It's me, Breon. Hello, friends and family. Reporting live from the living room. As you can see, I'm rocking some Burberry glasses that I got last week. Not really a fan of glasses. I feel like it takes my mojo away. But for the purposes of just trying to get this video done, I'm wearing the glasses today. But today I really want to talk about accepting your past. The reason why I'm bringing that up is because I'm going through a situation right now which I'm really prologuing making a decision. I've well mapped it out, thoroughly thought it out. I have backups, I have support, I have everything that I need to take a leap of faith. However, I have yet to make a decision. So whenever you don't make that decision, it's still kind of like torture. And it's like you have to make a decision. It's fear, of course. Fear is definitely holding me back because I'm just like, and you have been so complacent in your life for years, or you get comfortable on how things are, you don't want to mess that up, And I realized as I was talking with God and, in my car, I have my moments a lot where I'm just in my car, just talking and praying, And I just feel like what was revealed to me is just the core reason why every person that I come encounter with, they are stagnant or they are very stabilized in their life and they don't really make any changes. And some people, they have, things, they have the fancy cars, the money, but they're unhappy. And I just don't understand how being unhappy, though you're doing all these other stuff, getting all the things that you may think that you need, that you really don't, because it really doesn't fulfill you, you're still miserable. I just don't understand why people would work so hard just to be unhappy when you can exert that energy and transfer it to something that would really make you happy. And so I just feel like that was revealed to me because I'm sitting here, I've done my research, I've done the planning out. Typically in the past, I have been known to become a very impulsive individual. I'm an Aries, so as an Aries, we like to just go in head first and ask questions later. And I've done that many times before. And probably the last time I really just did that, it kind of backfired on me. I would have to say it backfired because I did not expect things to go a certain way, and it did. It just went completely left. And when you make a decision like that, sometimes it may take a while for you to get out of it. When I made that leap of faith years and years ago, back in, I would say 2014, I suffered the whole 2015, like the whole year, like no exaggeration. I pretty much went to another state, based here in Texas, went to Atlanta, Georgia. Well, I went to Atlanta, Georgia for some reasons and came back at the 2016, and from that point on, I literally had to rebuild my life over again from scratch. I was fresh out of college, had graduated the fall of 2013, and just went full throttle into a whole different situation in 2015. And then 2016, came back to Texas to pretty much rebuild my life because I just felt like I was lost. And so because of, me taking that leap of faith like that, it kind of, I would say it put me in a state of fear because it was so torturous just kind of restarting my life over again and having to get a car, having to sleep on the floor, having to walk to work every day. I mean, and working jobs that just were not for me, and for large amount of times, it just was not something I'm willing to go back to. So that is a huge portion of why I may tend to be a little bit resistant in my life, even now at this very moment, stemming from decisions and choices I've made in the past. So this is why I feel people don't. Because what if that happens? What if you do take a leap of faith and things just go left, go awry? And I would have to say, we cannot be afraid of that. We can't be afraid. And I'm going to make a decision soon. I have to, because I have dreams, I have visions, I have goals, and I'm not that type of person who does like a robotic routine life every single day. Like, to me, that is like living in the insane asylum. It's like being in purgatory. It is not the type of life that I want to represent. Just being very mundane and doing the same thing over and over again on repeat. I am an artiste. I'm a creator, and I really want to make sure I am in that space. So I can never just be so comfortable in my situation. Right now, the job that I work in right now, it definitely pays the bills for sure. It probably does more than enough that it does right now for me, being a single individual, no children, anything like that. It's great. And it's like, damn, do you really want to mess that up because you're trying to pursue your dream? Hell yeah. Because you only get one life. That's what they say. You only get one life. And they also say that life is short, and I've seen some evidence of that here and there. And I'm just ready. I just feel it internally, and I just feel like I have to make a decision. You cannot be afraid to get the consequences of your actions. It's all a part of the territory. Now, if you are very complacent and content in where you are in your life, there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe there's a strong sense of you needing to be where you are, and that's great. If you found that, if you identified with that early on, that is amazing. But for myself, there's something pulling me. It constantly pulls me and pulls me and pulls me, and I just can't get rest. For me, it's not about the money. It's not about, oh, I got a nicer car, or I can do this and do that. It's not about that. For me, it's about feeling fulfilled. And when I have so much creative energy in me, I can't just let that go to waste. And I want to dedicate myself to that full time. If I have an opportunity to take time off to focus on that, I really want to do that. It won't kill you. When you make a decision like this, it's not going to kill you. It's not. You cannot just let these things go by. You have to go down this path and trust that God. See, that for me, that was the other thing that was difficult for me in my journey. Why it was so difficult? Because I took a hiatus from God. After I came back from Atlanta, Georgia back in 2016, January, I had a lot of questions about my life. I just began to question so many different things that I never questioned before. And it just seems like it catapulted me to a whole nother realm that I never thought I could ever be, affiliated with. And I did. I began to just go through this whole questioning fiasco, which I feel increased my intuition dramatically. Not only about things about myself that I didn't even know. I didn't know that there was a lot of issues or problems about me that I needed to correct. And I was able to see and feel those energies from other people so easily because I have studied so much, finding myself and questioning life and just everything that I believed in. So I went through a long period, and I feel like my moment being apart from God was very tumultuous. And I recently had to reconnect back to God because I felt like I was losing my mind. So it just lets you know how much that was such an important factor to me, that it took years for me to get to the point that I am now, only by accepting God, and just talking and just be like, okay, look, I can't do this without God. I need him in my life. So let's get that point taken care of. And I've been good ever since. So now I'm at the point where, I'm not making an emotional reaction like I've done in my past, just completely impulsive, just going with whatever. This time I've really thought it well out. And I mean, it looks like I would be okay. Even though on the surface it looks, things are always scary because you just never know. But I just feel like what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and you just learn. That's one thing I cannot deny, that during my journey, even though I made a left turn, it gave me so much insight and so much strength and so much wisdom and knowledge. And even now, I built such a nest for myself because of just being cautious, being more aware. And I just think that just makes me more stronger and more developed if I ever do decide to go down a path that requires me to do a major 360 shift in my livelihood. So that's all I just want to say, is that I just don't feel like any turn that you do make is a bad one. I think everything is all a part of your destiny, and you just have to be willing to accept that. More importantly, you want to accept it mentally. If you constantly are in doubt about something, you need to make up your mind first before you start trying to get out here and make action happen. You have to make that decision that, look, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm not going to do. And by accepting this, whatever happens with this, it's okay that it happens that way. And I have accepted in my life that I'm just not going to accept a mediocre life. I'm just not. I will never be complacent in my life, because it doesn't correspond to who I am. It doesn't feel good to my soul. So I'm not going to do that. In the moment in my life I'm feeling complacent, or I'm feeling robotic, then that means it's time for a change, because I'm getting burnt out. And it's not a good thing to just be burnt out of something and then you're just working on fumes. So you need to make something happen and get your feet wet. You can't be a chicken to do that. There's so many people that are here that are making it, and they didn't make it by just being complacent and not doing a damn thing. So that's all I wanted to say. I didn't want to make this video too well drawn out, but this is really just about accepting your path. If something is laid out for you and you feel it internally, accept it and go with it. So I will update you, because like I said, I have to make a major decision very, very soon. And I'll reveal more details about this decision once I make the decision. So hopefully it'll be soon. Got to do a little bit more meditation to figure out some other things, and then we'll see. So once again, it's Breon here, and I got to get ready to go to bed, because, it's when you do when you turn 30, you go to bed on time. But I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.